Alright, what is up, y'all? So this video is going to be about examples of perfect products to sell on Amazon, and I'm going to explain exactly why they're perfect, right? Because it's very important to understand and be able to conceptualize and picture why these products are perfect to sell on Amazon, kind of in your mind, so that every time you actually evaluate kind of like an opportunity, with Amazon FBA and with when you're doing product research, whether or not you can kind of go through these steps in your head and say, okay, is this going to be a perfect product, right? So a great example is Scrunchies. Scrunchies probably couldn't be any cheaper to create. I would guess that this is literally like a piece of rubber with like a very small amount of like velvet or whatever it is. They're selling it for $10. I can't imagine this being more than 10 cents to create, if that, especially if you're ordering in bulk. And then, another thing that I like to think about is, of course, cost. Right, but then breakability. Like you could probably package this in like an envelope, and you could throw it against the ground 100 billion times, and literally, it would not break. And then cost of shipping, right? So Scrunchies are incredibly cheap, incredibly light. The cost of shipping would be nothing, whether it's by air or by sea. Shipping by sea, the weight doesn't matter as much, but shipping by air, the weight does matter, right? So like sea is just volumetric. So like if you're shipping, a blown up beach ball, it's going to be the same cost as if you're shipping, 20 bowling balls for the most part. But with air shipping, if you have incredibly light stuff, you can restock faster, especially if you have things that are very small, non-breakable, and extremely light, like Scrunchies, for example, so you can maximize your profit margin. Another one that is a great idea, or was a great idea at a certain time, right? All the things that I'm showing now obviously are not the perfect products to sell now. I can't obviously reveal the perfect products to sell now, but, these are a perfect example of, a product that would be extremely giftable. I love gift products, gift style products for a couple of reasons. When you get a gift from someone, society has told us that it's taboo to return that gift. And so the return rates for gift items or giftable items is significantly lower than the return rate of, say, like an electronic item that people can't figure out, or they don't know how to use, or, it might break in transit and not work correctly, or, whatever the case may be. But if it's a giftable product, right, it's not going to be like that. And this is a product that I've actually sold before, Scratch Off World Map, and we were selling $30,000 or more a day, for all of December last year. And now the overall kind of niche is much more saturated, and it's, not a great product to get into at this point. But when we got into it, it was an incredible product to get into. And we were selling, just silly numbers, in December, because everyone and their mother and their uncle and their aunt was buying somebody a Scratch Off map. And so that's the perfect example of a product that we are not going to restock. We're just going to let it sell itself out during this Q4 and during this December, and then we're never going to restock it. But we'll just make a stupid amount of money again this year, just like we did last year. So another example, right? These costs are like $1 to create if you're buying them in bulk. Sometimes like $1.70 or so to actually get it landed in the United States. And most of them are selling for, some of them are selling for $30, right? So a product that costs $2 that sells for $30, you're selling it for essentially over 15 times more than it actually costs to create. So it gives you a lot of kind of wiggle room when it comes to PPC, when it comes to, having really nice photos done and things like that. And the larger profit margin you can have, obviously, is better because it allows you to make, smarter decisions about things, and that's always a good thing. So the ultimate example of the perfect Amazon FBA product at one point, right? It has the passion, it has the love. Right, people are not concerned about price when they're buying a wedding ring replacement, a silicone ring, right? They're not concerned with price. Even though if you think about it, this probably costs a cent to make. This is literally a tiny piece of rubber. It's not breakable at all, right? It literally has, love and intrinsic meaning and emotional meaning. When people are buying things for their spouse, people that they love, their price sensitivity is incredibly low. This is definitely like a birthday present for dad, or a gift for uncle, or, whatever, I guess a gift for husband, or whatever the case may be, right? And it's literally tiny. You could fit probably 100,000 of these into like a carton, if depending on how you packaged it. It literally is never going to break. It weighs probably less than an ounce, less than a gram, or whatever it is, right? It weighs nothing, very non-breakable, costs nothing to make, has that intrinsic value, has that emotional connection, meaning, and has the giftability, right? So this is like the perfect product to sell on Amazon FBA. So I just wanted to show you guys, 3 examples of perfect products to sell on Amazon FBA. So you can kind of get yourself in the mindset, okay, giftable, non-breakable, very light to ship, right? Has like that emotional meaning or connection. A lot of these things can play in, and that's not to say that every product has these. I have a friend who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a month selling copper pans on Amazon FBA, which literally is like heavy, big, has no gift meaning or not much of a gift meaning. There's no emotional connection to a copper pan depending on who you are, right? But he still makes a ton of money. So, think outside the box, but this is the general kind of thought process that I like to kind of put people in to really get the ball rolling.
I know that I provided you value, so what I want you to do is to like this video. I want you to leave a comment on this video.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe, turn on notification bells so that you will be the first person to be notified every time we drop a brand new video. If you want to learn more, I do have a completely free course, and there will be a link down underneath this description, guys. Completely for free, 100%. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and let's get to the next.